What's up YouTube, Jamie the Kid00 bringing you guys another Mermail deck profile for the brand new September 2013 ban list. I figured I should do a new Mermail list because my last one, A, wasn't that great. B, I played this at my locals and went undefeated. It was only 4 rounds, it was only a little locals. And C, this deck was built this morning based on an article I read about, if I can find him, this guy and his impact on the current YCS Toronto that's going on right now. I think Top 32 has just been announced. But I built this deck based on the cards they talked about in the article. I have no list to base this on, so the list may be awful. But this is like a tournament report / deck profile, but I'm going to be listing it as a deck profile because this is more of a profile because I didn't really care about the event too much. I just wanted to trial this, and I will talk about the play that they talk about in the video, but we're going to get to the list for now. I'm still playing the one Moulin. I'm not sure people's thoughts on this card at the moment, but I still think it's really good, so I like the one Moulin. The one Abyssleed, I drew him dead a lot, I'll put it that way. I drew him dead. I must have opened him about 3 times across 4 rounds. One of those rounds was a bye, so 3 rounds. So that was fun. The 3 Mermail Abyssmegalo, the best card in the deck, in my opinion. I absolutely love this guy. He's just so huge, such an easy drop. It's the best card. 3 copies of Mermail Abyssteus, which is essential for this new combo that was talked about on the article. And it's Abyssteus. Like, I love the consistency it offers to kind of the mono Mermail variant. The 3 Abysslinde, because you shouldn't play any less than that. The 3 Abysspike, I considered Abysstouch, but I didn't want to play Touch. Long story short, I didn't have room. This is 43 cards. Like, I know you can play like 45 comfortably, but 43 was already pretty high for me. I then played 2 Mermail Abyssgunde, and 1 copy of Mermail Abyssocea from Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy. This card is what makes like all the new combos come alive, and I guess I'll talk about it after the video, well, after I've done the deck profile, because it's pretty interesting. Then the Atlanteans are just 1 Dragoons, the 3 Marksman, and the 3 Heavy Infantry. Like, you have to play 3 Heavy Infantry now, especially with Dragoons going down. You need to keep your pluses going. Like, if you can't keep plus on your opponent, you lose. Like, you need to keep your pluses going. And then we play quite a few non-Mermail or non-Atlantean monsters in the form of 2 copies of Tidal, the Dragon Ruler of Waterfalls, which is gorgeous in Secret. I love it in Secret. So 2 Tidal, 2 copies of Aqua Spirit, which are also essential to our big combo. 1 copy of Fishborg Archer, which is incredibly relevant now because of Black Rose. You can make, just using this and a pike is a Black Rose instantly, and this, if you have Gund in hand with a pike engrave, you can make Black Rose without even normal summoning. And like, your opponent will set 4, and if they don't have an out to their Black Rose, they lose their entire board. I -6'd someone today because I managed to go this guy, ditching the Gund, getting the pike, basically special summoning a Black Rose for 1 card, and then taking I think it was either 6 or 7 cards off of his field. It was incredible. So just Black Rosing for loads. And then the final guy I play is 1 Diva because 5s are a thing, and you can make Star Eater with this. If you have a 7 out, you can go this, get Heavy Infantry, make Star Eater with a Megalo or a Teus, so it's quite nice. So that's the that is the main board, so the monster board, which is the majority of the main. Then for the one-off spells, I play 1 Dark Hole, 1 Book of Moon, 1 Enemy Controller, which I've been testing. The only time I drew this, it got Fire Formation Gear Code, and I couldn't use it, so it was... Oh no, I had it a 2nd time against Infernities, and I managed to take away his Lavalval Chain to win the game, because he was trying to make a play, played through Maxi. I went Chain, he went make Chain, and I went Steel Chain, and then I had game next turn. I then played 1 Abyssgale of the Mizuchi. This was alright. I started it out a couple of times, it was a bit dead, like I probably wouldn't play it again, but it was okay. I then played 2 copies of Salvage, because Salvage is good, and I resolved it once, because a lot of my games were over very quickly, and then played 3 MST, just because it was 3 MST, and you have to play it. If I can pick all these up and just move them out of the way. Then, for the traps, it's pretty standard in the form of 3 Abyssphere, and then 1 copy of Malevolent Catastrophe. I drew this once, and it got MST, no, I drew it twice, and it got MST both times, which was always nice. Like, the Infantry player blind spaced into 3 back row, 1 of which was a sphere, 1 of which was econ, 1 of which was this, and he hit this. No, it was sphere space this, and the sphere and the space were chainable. This wasn't, and he hit this, which made me really sad. So that was that. For the extra deck, I played one copy of Armades, because I feel he's better than Librarian in this, because he can kill Catastor, and he can't be killed by like traps, Honest, or anything like that, so he's just really, really good. Of course, the one Catastor is in here because he's Catastor, and he's just really, really good. I played the one Dewloren, because again, really, really good card, with Fishborg as well. The one Gungnir, because of Fishborg Archer, and Gungnir is good for tripping off your Atlanteans and your Gund. One Black Rose, because Heavy Storm is gone, and this card is the nuts. This card is so, so good in this format now. And then my last synchro was one Staria. I didn't feel the need to make 8s. I never needed an 8. Like, you just make Black Rose a lot of the time, and Staria is just something that's in there as a gimmick. I never made it. Staria is one of the few things I never made, but it was in here. For the Exceeders, I played one Mechquipped Angineer, which I'll get to in a minute, but I will read its effect now. Its effect reads, once per turn, during either player's turn, you can detach one Exceeds material from this card, and then target one face-up attack position monster you control, change it to face-up defense position, and if you do, it cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects this time. Now, this card in tandem with Bahamut Shark is incredibly powerful, which we'll get to in a minute. Because of the combo, well, I say the combo, the play that this deck can make now, I played 2 copies of Mermail Abysstrite, because you will make Trite twice quite a bit with this deck. Then for my 4s, I played one Bahamut Shark and one Abyss Dweller. This sleeve should be Abyss Dweller, but I had to borrow one today because I left my one at home. I still haven't managed to put it in the deck since getting back, so that's an Abyss Dweller. And I then played 4 7s in the form of double Dracossack, which I only made one of these. Like, I could easily cut down to one. One Big Eye and one Abyss Gaios. I never made the Big Eye, I made the Gaios once. So that was the complete main deck. The deck list will be in the description below, but I'm going to talk about, and a link to this article I keep going on about, but I'm going to talk about this play real quick, like, because it's kind of good. I quite like it. It's not broken by any stretch of the imagination. It doesn't, like, make this deck incredible, but say, like, this is your hand. No, not this. Like, that's in your deck. Say this is your hand with Aqua Spirit, Teus, Abyssleed. Let's go with that. That's all you need in hand, and like your other cards are like this and then MST, right? So we don't really need these 3. These are just like this is your opening hand. Like, this is what you do if you open this. Like, you can go. I'm gonna get rid of these 3 because they're in the way. You're gonna activate the Abyssteus by sending the Abyssleed to your grave and special summoning the Abyssteus. I'm just gonna put like the Aqua Spirit over here. The Teus is then gonna activate and search as a copy of Abyssocea from the deck and add it to our hand. We're then going to summon that Abyssocea and use its effect to target the Abyssteus, which means we can get Mermail monsters from our main deck who total up to level 7. So what we're going to do is we're going to get Abysslinde, which is going to go over here, and we're going to get Abysspike. That's pretty nice. It will then destroy the monster we targeted. So because of that, this guy misses timing, to my knowledge. So we now have a field of Abyssocea, Linde, and Abysspike. We're then going to activate our Aqua Spirit by banishing our Abyssteus that we just sent to special summon that Aqua Spirit. We're then going to exceed the Aqua Spirit and the Mermail Abysspike into wherever he's gone. Bahamut Shark, or Bahamut High, as my one says. We're then going to exceed these 2 into our Mechquipped Angineer, and we're then going to use the effect of Bahamut Shark by detaching like anything, it doesn't really matter, to get a copy of Mermail Abysstrite. Now this play works a lot better when you have a big Mermail like Lead that I showed you to discard to the grave, but it doesn't really matter, it's just helpful to have the Mermail in grave as the target for this. And the only reason I call it a combo and I call it effective is because basically instead of your opponent trying to rush to deal with the Bahamut Shark, you can, even if they try to commit to get over the Bahamut Shark, if they were to try and attack it, you can go activate Engineer and change Shark to defense, meaning it can't be destroyed by card effects this time. Also, if they were to Dark Hole or effect target this, you can use Engineer because it's a quick effect. So it changes to defense, meaning it can't be killed. Say they tried to kill it by battle. So yep, that's them done. And then when you go into your next turn, you can then activate it again and get yourself a second copy of Abysstrite. That's why I like to get the Linde off of the Ocea effect, because then you have a Lind under the Engineer, and even if they attack the Trite, you can detach off the Engineer, change this to defense and make it unkillable anyway, and then they'll kill the Trite, get you, like, at the very least getting you the Lind that you just sent, if you don't have, like, access to the big boy. But otherwise, yeah, that's the interesting play this deck can make. I quite like this play, and it's like one of the Konami strategy vlogs I actually really enjoyed. But that's the play. Just Bahamut Shark. It lets you use Bahamut Shark twice, basically. It makes sure you can use Bahamut Shark twice. And getting 2 of these in a more advantage-based format. I'm not saying it's a true advantage-based format, but it's a pretty advantage-based format. It's pretty helpful. As per usual, I'll try and put the deck list in the description below. And otherwise, yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed. This has been Jamie the Kid 00, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.